No, 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 no. I, yes, I did say I will use that song for an intro, but I was just kidding. I can't play that song on YouTube. Why? First of all, copyright infringement, and the lyrics of that song will probably get me kicked off YouTube. Sorry. Sorry, folks. Production team. Okay, let's work on another song. Until then, let's let her rip. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread. Oh, crap. What's that? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Wow. Anyway, all right, take two. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, fellow ham and eggers. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's episode of Wrestling Gold Friday Night. Yes, it is Friday night. It is payday. Hopefully everybody's having a nice cold one, whether it be a nice tall drink of water, nice tall cold drink of sweet tea, or a dope beverage. Anyway, yes, it is Friday. Like I said before, I'll say it again. Hopefully everybody had a good week. I don't know how the weather is anywhere else, but it is. On my way home, it just came. The rain just came down, came pouring down. I couldn't even see 2 inches in front of me. And of course, as it's always going to do. Of course, I was coming home from being from Lake Park, Georgia. Yes, I'm happy to be in the comforts of my own little home studio here. In case you can't tell, I think the sound is a little better. Some of the stuff is better quality anyway. But anyway, so I came in, and of course, just found luck. I pull in, and it's still pouring down, raining. Uh, Gotta use the boys' room. Gotta go potty, so start unloading my stuff out. And by the time I unloaded my stuff out, went to the restroom, guess what? It stopped raining. It stopped raining for a brief moment, then it's still raining right now, I believe. But anyway, like I said, hopefully everybody had a good week. Ready to talk some old school wrestling. Yes, this is Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where we go back to the good old days where wrestling was real. Wrestling was wrestling. None of this New York bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Way down here in the South, even the people up there in New York, uh, before 1984, they wrestled. We wrestled. Japanese people, they wrestled. Hawaiian people, they wrestled. German people, we all wrestled until that scumbag Vince McMahon screwed it all up. Anyway, but we still watch it though, don't we? I still watch today's product. Not sure about anybody else. But anyway, let's see. Let's get right to it. Like I said, understandably, if this okay, first off, if this is your first time watching, this is my live stream on Friday nights where I talk about old school wrestling, in case you couldn't tell. Uh, and so if you like it, hey, drop a like. I do got the chat up, it's going. But understandably, if people are either in bed, out partying, whatever, it's all good, all gravy. Just catch me up on or catch up on the replay later. And if you watch on the replay, you know, make a comment, even if it's just a simple hello. Again, still drop a like, and if this is your first time watching, hey, be a champ and click that subscribe button. Uh, what was I going to before I went to that sales pitch? Okay, let's just let her rip. Let's talk about a little history here of wrestling. Today in wrestling history, let me get my little notes here. All right. On this day in 1976, the Mid South Coliseum had a card that drew 8,312 people. Uh, U.S. Women's Champion Ann Casey defeated Sylvia Hackney. Uh, Big Bill Dromo, the North American champion at the time, defeated Tommy Gilbert via DQ. Hold on a second. Let me get my little. There we go. There's Tommy Gilbert. Yes, Tommy Gilbert is the father of the late Eddie Guerrero. Or Eddie Guerrero. Take three. Yes, Tommy Gilbert. The late great Tommy Gilbert is the father of the late great Eddie Gilbert, and of course Doug Gilbert as well. Doug Gilbert, pretty good hand. Too bad didn't really get a lot of chance in the national spotlight. He had that rebellion in him too, I do believe. Uh, Seemed pretty cool. I watched his interview a long time ago. Seemed to be pretty down to earth, good dude. Uh, Answered all the questions, pretty straightforward and honest. Did not like Missy Hyatt. Gee, I wonder why. Anyway, so continue on. Princess Little Dove. See, we got two women's matches on this card. Defeated Marie Laveau, uh, Dennis Condrey, and Phil Hickerson. Yes, Phil Hickerson, underrated talent. Go watch some of his own old stuff. Not a body guy, of course. No, but 12 pack of beers, steaks, potatoes. That was his. Was it 12 ounce? Yeah, he did 12 ounce curls. Um, I do believe. Nothing like I don't think he was a. I don't think he had a problem, but just did a lot of stuff that other people did at those times. The 12 ounce curls, the T-bone steaks, potatoes, plenty of cornbread, but the dude can work, the dude can move. Of course, Dennis Condrey, same thing. Dude could work. The dude could work. Midnight Express, him and original Midnight Express, him, Randy Rhodes, Austin, of course. A lot of people got to see him and Bobby Eaton. Hell of a tag team. Then after his tag team run, he went to Continental and found himself the Lethal Weapon. Dennis Condrey became the Continental Wrestling Federation champion. Did some wrestling for the Savoldis up in the Northeast. International Championship Wrestling before it became International World Class Championship Wrestling. Then I think it became a bunch of other shit. Anyway, he wrestled up there as the Lethal Weapon again. Dennis Condrey team with Doug Gilbert too, as a Lethal Weapon. So they were a pretty good tag team, but two underrated workers. Don't get talked about enough. Anyway, on this night they defeated Jerry Jarrett and Jackie Fargo for the Southern Tag Team Champions or titles. Frankie Lane and Charlie Cook defeated NWA World Tag Team Champions the Superstars via disqualification. Southern Champion Jerry Lawler defeated Bobo Brazil. Yes, definitely two Hall of Fame legends right there. Hell of a card here. I mean, god dang, we need to build that time machine. So I can go back in time and go to some of these cards. Anyway, let's keep it going. On this day in 1977, Dusty Rhodes defeated WWF Champion Superstar Billy Graham in a non-title match at Tampa, Florida, at the Fort Esterly Armory. Of course, this photo right here is from the Madison Square Garden, so could not find any. I had a hard time finding all kinds of photos today. You'll see it later. But but yeah, couldn't get no Florida pictures. But this is from the one of the matches they had at the Madison Square Garden. Uh, excuse me. Um, I don't know. Makes you wonder if they was actually seriously thinking about putting a belt on Dusty at the time, or it's just one of those hey, he's there. He's a hot commodity. Let's check him out. Anyway, on this day in 1981 in Atlanta at the Omni, French Angel defeated Ted Oates, or excuse me, French Angel battled Ted Oates to a draw. Bruno Sammartino Jr., picture here, you probably know him better as David Sammartino, defeated Ken Timms. Uh, Mike Sharp and Mike Sharp defeated Abe Jacobs, George Wells, and Bruce Reed. But Bruce Reed, you probably know him better as Butch Reed, defeated Brian St. John and Professor Tsunada. Steve-O defeated Jim Duggan. Picture right here, Tommy Wildfire Rich and Ted DiBiase defeated Terry Gordy and Jimmy Snuka for the NWA National Tag Team Champion, um, or Championship, excuse me. Yes, this is when the Freebirds broke up in Georgia. It was usually Michael Hayes and whoever could get team with him. Sometimes Andre, sometimes Tommy. Depends on who you can get the tag with him. We'll go up against Terry Gordy and Jimmy Snuka. Hell of a tag team as well. Trying to think what else. If you want to see something funny, I've probably done missions for. Uh, go go after you watch this, of course. Go on YouTube. Put on search engine. Kevin Von Erich versus Jimmy Snuka and Georgia. Tell me what's funny about that match. Leave it in the comments. Come back with me in the chat sometime. Whatever. I want you to kind of look at it and watch it. If you notice the one thing is kind of funny about that match, let me know. I don't know. I could be the only one keen about little details about that. Anyway, Blackjack Mulligan defeated Bruiser Brody in a Texas street fight. Here we have Dusty Rhodes again defeating Ken Patera to retain the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Also on this date in 1986, excuse me, the WWF ran the Pontiac Silverdome, drawing 5,000 people. This was the first WWF show at the Silverdome. Of course, they had WrestleMania 3 later on, 2 years later in '88. Anyway, Scott McGhee defeated Moondog Rex. George the Animal Steel defeated Tiger Chung Lee. Harley Race defeated Lanny Poffo. WWF World Tag Team Champions British Bulldogs Dynamite Kid and David Boy Smith defeated the Hart Foundation Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart. Billy Jack Haynes defeated Bob Orton Jr. by DQ. And WWE Champion Hulk Hogan defeated the magnificent Don Morocco. Also, in this date, in 1997, this is where I couldn't find a whole lot of pictures about Heatwave. Couldn't even find a logo to it. Kind of weird. I mean, I use Google. Google's supposed to have everything, right? Anyway, sorry, don't mean to cuss. But it is 10 o'clock. Your kids should be in bed. You watch this on replay. Yeah. Be forewarned, might be some foul language. Maybe I'll put that in the comments or in the description. Of course not. I'll forget. Anyway, so we had Heatwave 97 at the ECW Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Mikey Whipwreck and Spike Dudley defeated Jason and PG-13 in a 2-on-3 handicap match. Axel Rotten defeated Tracy Smothers. John Cronus defeated Pablo Marquez. Bam Bam Bigelow and Chris Candido, 2/3 of the Triple Threat. It was them two and Shane Douglas. This was that version of the Triple Threat. They defeated Balls Mahoney and Chris Chetty. Chris Chetty, of course, the cousin of Taz. I think he just retired and said screw it. Speaking of Taz, Taz defeated Lance Storm via submission to retain the ECW World Television Championship. Of course, Taz now is one of the commentators for AEW. Probably the better one out of the three. Yes, even Tony Schiavone sometimes gets a little cringe sometimes, and I don't care for Excalibur at all. Terry Funk defeated Shane Douglas by disqualification. Whoa, wow. They had disqualifications in the ECW? Jeez, I must totally forget about this one. Anyway, yeah, Terry Funk defeated Shane Douglas by disqualification to retain the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. The Gangstas, Mustafa and New Jack defeated the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and D-Lon, in a steel cage with weapons match to win the ECW World Tag Team Championship. And in the main event, it was Jerry Lawler, Rob Van Dam, and Sabu. Of course, they had the one where the ECW wrestlers were on Raw. It was like a total ECW thing. Uh, Jerry Lawler was very much on commentary, kind of bashing ECW, kept on calling it extremely crappy wrestling. Then lights went out or I forget what the pay per view for this. I believe lights went out. He attacked Tommy Dreamer. Of course, that's a no-no. Tommy Dreamer is like the rock star there, the top babyface, the stepping or the cornerstone, the pillar, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, they uh, they went up against Rick Rude, Rick Rude, the Sandman, and Tommy Dreamer. It was ruled a no contest because, of course, Rick Rude turned on Sandman and Dreamer, leading to a long brawl, and I guess nobody cared. Remember the storyline? Rick Rude was kind of in the mask, and he was a guy screwing with Shane Douglas. Kept giving an opponent after opponent after opponent after opponent, and finally the final opponent was Brian Lee, I believe, and Brian Lee unsuccessfully uh, lost to Shane Douglas. Then he left. That's how Bam Bam Bigelow became the third Triple Threat member. Trying to remember. Gosh, I wish I had in the comments. I guess that was Rick Rude part. Rick Rude was probably in the WWF at the time. When Bam Bam Bigelow challenged Shane Douglas, defeated Shane Douglas for the ECW Championship. Shane Douglas won it back, but Bam Bam Bigelow got back in the fold of the Triple Threat, even though Lance Storm was there. Let's see what else. So then Rick Rude went to WWF, became like a manager sort of DX, and this is how things worked back then. Uh, Probably a lot of you already know this. That on one Monday night there was a pre-taped WWF Raw. Uh, there was Rick Rude there with DX, and if you flip the channel, it was Rick Rude again in WCW on Nitro with the NWO. So I think he was paid per appearance or something like that. Then WCW must have got him a contract. I know the rumor was he was trying to get back in shape, that he was actually medical cleared to wrestle again, but unfortunately, he would pass away before he would wrestle again. I think the deal was he was going to team with real life best friend Kurt Hennig. Again, rest in peace, two legends. Rick Rude, of course, is a legend. Um, Definitely a guy who should have been world champion. Um, I think the back injury, he probably would have been WCW world champion if the back injury didn't play a part in it, possibly, but close to that situation too is when Hulk Hogan came in, so who knows what he would have done. Um, yes, when Hulk Hogan came in, he had like 100% creative control over his character, his matches, and all that stuff, but that was one of the problems of WCW. I don't know how many others actually got that kind of deal, but Hulk Hogan did. I mean, yes, was it bad? But would anybody turn it down? Not too many people would turn that down. So, and he took full advantage of it. So, it is what it is. Supposedly, I don't know if there's really talks. I think it's just talk, not serious talk. Just like a what if talk. I think Jeff Jarrett talk about that, some interview, or probably on this podcast about the possibility of a relaunch of WCW. Me personally, that ship has sailed. I think if they was going to do that, they should have done it when they first purchased it. Talk to whoever, I forgot what channel had SmackDown at the time, maybe UPN or CW, UPN or yeah, I think UPN had SmackDown. I could be wrong because SmackDown definitely floated to different networks. Uh, UPN, uh, USA, CW, Fox. I think it went to CW for a while. Then Fox. I forget how many different networks that show was on. It just seems like a lot. Anyway, so I think if they was going to relaunch it, they should have relaunched it then and said, "Hey, look, it's still us running it, but we're just going to put WCW. We're just going to call this WCW SmackDown or WCW Friday Nitro." I mean, of course, Vince was going to have his hands all in it anyway, like he did with ECW when they relaunched that. Uh, Gosh, I remember that too. Everybody, I was excited. I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna have ECW back. It's gonna be on Sci-Fi Network. Okay, whatever. But man, that first that first scene, I think it had Kelly, Tara maybe, and gosh, what was her name? She came from TNA, and there I can't remember her name right now, but it was like a Jeopardy type or some kind of game show podium. I'm like, no, this ain't ECW. I mean, it gave us some cool stuff. The world got to see CM Punk for the first time. Um, yeah, I just don't remember too much from it. I think they had a zombie or a vampire or something like that too. Yeah, like I said, it was way too much WWE, not ECW. That's the reason. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. I know after that first episode, I was like, oh, not everybody like WWE CW. That's basically what it was. Uh, I was very disappointed in that myself. Uh, but anyways, all right. Now we got to uh, babble about a little bit of history, and beyond that, of course, beyond just today's, just random, random thoughts here and there. Now it's time for our little watch along here. Like I said, going to play some Texas All Star Wrestling. Texas All Star Wrestling. After Southwest went under, uh, it was I think so yeah. Uh, April 1985, the promotion was sold to Texas All Star Wrestling. Don't say who ran that one. I know now a guy named I guess Ronnie Martinez runs it now. There is a new Texas All Star Wrestling. I think started back up in 80 or 94. Uh, but basically, it was from the ashes of uh, Southwest Championship Wrestling. Looks like it had some talent here. It had Big Bubba, had One Man Gang. Scott Casey was still hanging around there. But yeah, looks like it has some stars there. So let me get the link here. Copy. And this is brought to us by Roy Lucifer or Roy Lucier Wrestling Territories. Uh, Hopefully I spelled or pronounced that right. Uh, yes, I'm just going to put the link right here in the chat. So it's right there in the chat. Going to do a little countdown here. So appreciate you, Roy. Uh, Sorry I didn't ask, but hey, I'm doing you a biggie. I'm not didn't copy it, not just sharing it on here. Uh, Me along with whoever else is going to be clicking on this and watching it at along as I am. This is from December 28th, 1985. So going to count it down here. Gonna make sure I'm all yep 0 0. All right. 5, 4. Whoops. There we go. That's better. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play. So there's Bill Mercer interviewing Chris Adams. Yeah, I'm going to keep this volume down low because I did do a UWF one time like this, and it caught like Born in USA and a couple other songs. And man, that next day I got those copyright deals, and that was like one of the tag team titles from World Class. But yes, that is Chris Adams. Um, so you must be talking about Bonnie. Okay, he was a heel here. He was world class tag team champions with Gino Hernandez. Um, they call themselves Dynamic Duo. Of course, Gino Hernandez was a big star in Southwest Championship Wrestling, team with Tully Blanchard as a Dynamic Duo. But strangely enough, Chris Evans was the one who showed how Shawn Michaels and Paul Diamond how they did the super kick. And yes, he was slapping, he did this thigh slap thing, but you couldn't really tell he did it. So yes, it seems like he's very angry at Von Erichs because they shaved his head. And again, I mean, Gino and Chris Adams, hell of a tag team. Both of them, talented guys. Just too bad they had their demons and kind of got in their own way. So yeah, I know a lot of popular talk was like, you know, but Gino Hernandez been a good full horseman. But hey, what if Gino and Chris went to Jim Crockett? Think about the good matches they could have had with the Rock and Roll Express. So yeah, we're doing a couple promos here. We got Gary Hart with Bruiser Brody there, freaking legend. Anytime you see a big man do a big boot, I think this is the guy who inspired that because he was the first one, well, first one I remember seeing, and pretty much that was kind of like one of his big moves was a big boot, the big kick to the face. And see, here's another guy who don't get talked about enough as far as being a good manager and stuff like that. Gary Hart, definitely thought he was a pretty good manager, a little different, um, or especially the time I seen him, like I said, 85, 86. Uh, I don't really see. I would have to actually go back and look at tapes and his interviews, stuff like that. See if he was any different as Playboy Gary Hart compared to just regular, Gary Hart here. Dude had a pretty good mind for a business too. He he'd have booked World Class. a few other, couple other territories. Had a definitely had alpha talent. I mean, from I believe that it was in his interview. He said he actually got to pick his own talent. Uh, they instant giving somebody and go forward. But I think he said most of the time he picked his own talent. So yeah, Chris Adams, Gino Hernandez, Al Perez, Bruiser Brody, Abdullah Butcher. Pick their opponent. So they bring an ambulance along here. Actually, I'm reading the subtitles too. I said I don't want to get copyrighted no more, no more than I already am. So who is in the ambulance? And of course, I had a commentator team like they did with Texas or Southwest Championship Wrestling, a English speaking commentator and a Spanish speaking commentator. Okay, we got ambulance driver. This is the ambulance driver. His job is to carry away the victims of Bruiser Brody. So kid, you gotta, bring the wrestlers from the ring to here, put them in the ambulance, and take them to the local medical facility. Sir, you call a local medical facility? It's actually called the San Antonio Medical Center. I'm gonna go right there. You go in there. You open that fucking door there. Oh, okay. This is Oh, I thought it was going to give him the Hannibal Lecter treatment. So yeah. So here's Bruce Brody with a 2x4. And where's this at? So he's going to take on two men here. Uh, Actually, cool, cool beans here. Mike Scott and Bill Rampke. Don't know who's who, but yep. Here's Bruiser Brody kicking the. Here it is. Bam. Now, how them? I'm pretty sure there's some stiff kicks right there. Uh, Try to sandbag me. You just don't do that, kid. I'm gonna take it on your partner here. Get the hell out of here. You want to get up for a body slam? I'm Bruiser freaking Brody. Yeah, that's another tater. All right, you really got here, kid. So I forgot how tall Bruiser was, around 300 pounds. Getting up Eppersley for a drop kick. Up here he comes. Big knee. Oh, big leg. All right, where's that? Where's the other ham and egger at? Up here. Bam. It's like, oh, all right, better stay down, homie. See, now we're gonna move the furniture here. Do you think he's gonna do a moonsault on the table? No, gonna get piled drive tripping on it. Get out of the way, ref. He's not in a good mood. Okay. Safely put him down. Everybody thought Bruiser was careless. Nah, man. He's done kicked him a few times and he's learned his lesson. I guess the referee does not know how to count no more, so Rudy Gonzalez, that Rudy Boy Gonzalez. I just read the name. Rudy Boy Gonzalez. He worked with Shawn Michaels in the Texas Wrestling Academy when Shawn Michaels retired first time after Steve Austin match. Uh, so he had hand in training Masada, Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, Paul London. Who is it? What's his name? Big tall dude, had a lot of potential. Uh, I'll tell you in a minute. Lance Cade. Lance Cade, yeah. Give me a minute sometimes. Sometimes got uh sometimes I gotta go back and remember stuff. So yeah, Rudy Boy had hand trained all those guys, plus a few other people. Yeah, is Bruce Brody still beating up these people? He was such a legend. I mean, God. I mean, if you want, if you can find it, there's a pretty good documentary on Bruiser Brody. High Spots Wrestling did it, and it's sad, but I mean, it's done pretty good. Has White or his widow on there. Uh, he was definitely one of my favorites. I like to watch. I mean, especially being a young kid like that. I mean, you just want to see the blood and guts, and Bruiser Brody and Abdul the Butcher showed you plenty of that. Anytime Bruiser Brody and Abdul the Butcher would get in the ring, you're just going to see some blood. And it was awesome. Man, he wanted to hit somebody with a chair. There we go. Hit the MT guy. Gary's probably like, look, hey, Frank, Bruiser, come on. This ain't Japan. You can't be doing that shit here. This is Texas. But look, I don't care. I'm Bruiser freaking Brody. The $1 Million Man, Bruiser Brody. Nope. Nope. No tuxedos for him, no valets, or no, Virgils, whatever you want, whatever Virgil was supposed to be. And speaking of which, look at that young kid there. Decent hair, nice, clean cut, haircut. Uh, so you got Shawn Michaels and Paul Diamond with David Patterson, excuse me, and they're going against Jeff Gaylord, Mike Golden, and Antonio Zapata. Now I know who Jeff Gaylord. If this is the same Jeff Gaylord, yeah, it looks like the same Jeff Gaylord. So yeah, big muscle out. Yeah, yep. Uh, Mike Golden, he uh, was used pretty good here. Used pretty good, and Continental Championship Wrestling, part of a trio with Lord Jonathan Boyd and Tom Pritchard called the Wild Bunch. I believe that's what they call themselves. And of course, you know, Mike Golden cut his hair and all that, and they wanted Tom Pritchard to cut his hair. Tom Pritchard's like, nah, not gonna do it, buddy. So yeah, from Ontario, Canada, uh, one half the American Force, Paul Diamond. Yeah, I think it's Dave or DJ Peterson. I think will wrestle in Kansas City and the AWA. Pretty good talent as well, I thought. Here's a trivia question. I've already asked it on one of my wrestling trivia Tuesday shows. He was one half the last ever AWA World Tag Team Champions. Him and the Trooper. Of course, the Trooper was Dale Wilkes, who wrestled as the Patriot. So yeah, obviously this is pre Midnight Rockers AWA. See, probably maybe a year, maybe barely a year, something like that. So here we go. We got Paul. Look at there, Paul Diamond doing some high flying shit. For the springboard stuff was cool. Hang on the arm. There you go. So yeah, I mentioned later or earlier that it was Chris Adams and who it was Chris Adams who showed Shawn Michaels and Paul Diamond how to do a super kick. Yeah, that's DJ Peterson there. I don't know why it's called Dave Patterson on here. I think yeah, it's sometimes Dave Peterson, but wrestler is DJ Peterson as well. And here's Mike Golden. I said Mike Golden's pretty good, like a pretty good talent, but just didn't really go anywhere. Stayed in, I guess you can call it the independents. What would be called the independents today. Right, look, don't be pulling my hair. I'm gonna lose that one. I'm gonna need that hair one day. And of course, Shawn Michaels today. He's I think one of helps train the kids at NXT. He's also, I guess, the general manager of NXT on screen. Now we're gonna have a little double team here. Gotta be faster than that there, Rudy boy. This thing about rookies, you know, difference between yesteryear and today. All the rookies want to try the big flashy, high flying moves and stuff like that. But you first got to get in there, work in the ring, get comfortable, keep it basic. Oh, what's that? Yeah, that must have been a pounce. Wow. So this Jeff Gaylord must have been like green in the grass at this point. They're not even they're not even tagging him in. I don't know if that's storyline reasons or just they're like, hey, please don't tag that big bastard in. There we go. Now we get our first look at Jeff Gaylord. Of course, he would wrestle as the preliminary guy in here, and then probably World Class as well. I know the UWF they did. Then he came to Memphis and USWA, the USWA in Texas. Got decent little push there, but didn't make it to the majors. Wasn't a huge fan of Jeff Gaylord. Just he didn't seem right in the head sometimes. You know, I think again, hit me up in the comments. Was it Jeff Gaylord who attacked one time at one time attacked Eddie Gilbert backstage at the at a global show when Gilbert was booking Global Wrestling Federation? And no, that's not Nancy. That's I forgot her name. It wasn't Pebbles. I forgot what they called her. Pebbles was with Chick Donovan. Fantasy. Is that her name? But yeah, like I said, Mike told me he worked for uh, Continental Championship Wrestling. Then ventured down here to Georgia, worked for Georgia All Star for a while. And I think he wound up kind of staying here in Georgia. And I forgot, I'm not sure what year he quit or anything like that, but or retired, or the reasons he retired. I know he was like a member of the Dixie Mafia, not the real Dixie Mafia, the storyline Dixie Mafia in Georgia. Also wrestling with Mr. Atlanta, carry around a violin case, and would sometimes use it. There you go. Beat him down. Beat him down. He didn't call me back when he told me what he would. And look up anything about Mike Bull. This match is going on. Pretty good match so far, though. Well, apparently he's got a wrestling school now. Hmm. Oh, he also worked for Pacific Northwest, Texas All Star, North Georgia Wrestling Alliance. Just said that. Yeah, her name is Fantasy. I don't remember him beat South, but yes, he did wrestle there. Oh, Gaylord's mad. So there you have it. Double punch to the gut, sunset flip, and by God, that was a cool finishing move back in the day. Yeah, I know it's not as great as the 450 and three quarters moonsault from the springboard position, spinning around, flippy flip flop. Fancy's mad, Taylor's mad, Golden's mad. Oh wow, that one man gang here is a baby face. I really remember seeing one man gang as a baby face. And he's taking on Killer Tim Brooks, managed by Gary Hart. What in the wild, wild world of demolition S&M crap does Tim Brooks have on? But yes, one man gang from Halsted Street, Chicago. Actually from a small town in South Carolina, I believe. Like that. I forgot where he was. It North Carolina? One of the Carolinas. Maybe Hickory, North Carolina, something like that. And you can find it on YouTube. He does a interview with Steve Corino. Corino's doing, interviewing, uh, or asking the questions. Very, very humble dude. How about when he left WWF? He just, just missed home. Just, he had, you know, five kids, want to kind of be home. At the time that travel schedule in WWF was pretty hectic, flying everywhere. yes, Mike Golden, I guess, used to have a wrestling school. According to his Facebook page, uh, last thing that was put up was 2023, October, or yeah, October of last year. So I'm not sure if it's still open anymore. It was in Rome, Georgia, at the KLT Arena, 2901 Garden Lake Boulevard, Rome, Georgia. Shut up and listen, I will make you a star. That's pretty good little advertising there. And here's uh, Brooks and Brody attacking the. Oh, here comes Big Bubba. Of course, you know him more as a Shockmaster or Tugboat or Typhoon. And if you been watching Wrestling Gold Friday night, you probably see him as the Big Steel Man and the Professional Wrestling Federation in Florida. But yes, that is the Shockmaster, Big Bubba, the Typhoon, who has a tugboat. And it's breaking down in Houston or San Antonio. It's breaking down in San Antonio. Uh, wow, that ring has seen better days. Uh, the ring is falling apart from the humanity or the mass humanity is in the ring. You got big 300-pound Bruiser Brody. You got 450-pound one man gang. You got 500-pound Big Bubba. You got 280, 300 pounds of Killer Tim Brooks. You got Scott Casey. Come on, guys. Enough of that shit, guys. Come on. So the ring has collapsed, and we still got one more match here. How the hell they gonna they or go get some plywood or something? I can't. Gary, where's the locker room? Smell popcorn. Go get some popcorn. There's the door. This the right door, Gary? Alright. Why'd you lead us to the wrong way for? Who's this jabroni? So I guess Austin Idol was here at one time or at this time. I can't remember. Austin Idol was a guy who whoever wanted to pay him, he'd go to him. He could be in the middle of something in another territory. All right, y'all want to pay me more? All right, see you guys. I'm going to this other territory. Or sometimes he'll just take sabbatical. It's like, okay, y'all threw me, cool. I'm out. So Scott Casey versus Chris Adams here. Of course, Scott Casey also will wrestle at world class. I believe he finished up his career as an enhancement talent for the WWF, late 80s, early 90s, I believe. I think he was also credited at in training Booker T and Stevie Ray, Harlan Heat, or the Ebony Experience if you watch them in Global. Did not flip the hat. Did not flip the hat. Cowboy hat, ball cap. Very, very rude. Very disrespectful. Seriously, I hate people flip my hat. Like, it's like, all right, you want to go fisticuffs? We can go fisticuffs. We can brawl. I am just saying. I'm as drunk as hell, and I'm mad. Okay, okay, I'm sober now. I'm sober now. Pull the hair, pull the hair, pull the hair. Oh, and you gotta remember too. This is definitely back before they would call everything in the back. They called it in the ring. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Stevie Richards thing. But sometimes you can tell when they're calling stuff. Yeah, the Fallout spells used rope. He shot me. Therefore, I got to pull his arm in a rope. And of course, speaking of people who train people, Chris Adams also trained Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was such a great student. He gave him one of his ex-wives. Now that's that's a good teacher. I mean, okay, he didn't really give her or give him one of his ex-wives. It was one of those angles that turned into reality type deal. He was already divorced from this lady, but hey, I want you be on screen, manage this guy, and but one thing led to another, course, and uh, Austin and Gina got married, and they both went to WCW. You probably remember her better as Lady Blossom, but for whatever reason, she was like, she turned to a stay-at-home wrestler's wife, and Austin then was managed by Paul E. Dangerously, Paul Heyman, as a member of the Dangerous Alliance. And you know that complete story. Oh, I quit pulling the ref tight. Pulling my hair. Hey, he pulled your hair. I was getting him back for you, ref. I'd be that way. I'll chuck him on the rope. Count, ref. One, two. Uh-oh. Now, if we come back, and two, two top stars on TV. How we going? How we going to do a disqualification? Are we going to throw somebody over the top rope? The referee going to get hit? Count out maybe? Double count out? He'll cheat the hopefully to draw people to pay to see the match. Hopefully for the babyface to get the revenge. Don't know. Oh, there we go. The sneaky sleeper. Nobody escapes the sneaky sleeper. Yes, if you remember, what was it? What video game had it? Was it Virtual Pro Wrestling? Or it might have been WCW versus the World, or one of those, or WCW NWO World Tour or whatever. I think that one, the movie was called The Sneaky Sleeper. So yes, my call it Sneaky Sleeper I got from a video game. So we're in Austin. Okay, my bad. We're not in San Antonio or Houston. We're in Austin, Texas. We're in Austin, Austin, Massachusetts. So yes, at this time in wrestling, if you threw your opponent over the top rope, it was disqualification. Now everybody throws everybody over the top rope. I think I mentioned that in another episode of Wrestling Gold Friday Night, that would bring back the over the top rope rule. You throw your opponent over the top rope, disqualification. Oh, speaking of using a ring as a weapon, that didn't look like it felt good. Oh, now here comes that fiery comeback. He's going for the pile driver. Some places the pile driver was illegal as well, but obviously not in Texas. Hey, come on now. Oh, ref bump. Bam. Damn, how many times do you count that? Like six, 10? I don't know what that was all about, but yep, that was Texas also. Not a bad little show. Which I mean, I followed along with the commentary best I could, through the closed caption feature. Let me turn that closed caption off. That will get annoying next time I watch anything on this computer on YouTube. Not a bad well, like bad promotion, but it's just during that time, you got Vince, getting all the talent he could get, as well, of course, being in Texas, Chris was trying to get his hand on much talent he could, as well as, AWA, of course, Crockett, uh, just kind of gobble up all the talent they could, and probably went drawing good houses to begin with. Uh, yeah, I think even Sean said that what wasn't it wasn't exactly setting the world on fire. Texas All Star would also get bought out by French Von Erich, be taken over by World Class Championship Wrestling. So I think what was it, like a year or two, maybe 80, could have been 87. So I remember watching Pro Wrestling or Pro Wrestling This Week with Joe Pinso and Gordon Soley, and they did announce that had to be might have been 86, into 86 maybe. I have to look that back up, but yeah. So yeah, let me know what you thought about Texas All Star Wrestling. Uh, it is getting late here, folks. Been a long day, long drive, everything else. So think I'm gonna call it a night. But before I do, let's do some shameless plugs. Every Tuesday, I do a trivia show called Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, where I ask 5 questions all dealing with sport, professional wrestling. Like I said, check that out every Tuesday. Usually have it up by 10 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Record Monday. Up and available on Tuesday. I also do a WWE Raw recap show. Usually try to have that out Tuesday evening. Sometimes Wednesday, depends on how busy I am. I also do AEW Dynamite recap show. Usually try to have that up on Thursday evenings. Speaking of Thursday evening, every Thursday at 8 p.m. I do a live stream called Spot Show Live Stream with me, Ronald Ray. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Friday morning in Japan, and 9 a.m. Friday morning in Japan, 5 a.m. Friday morning in India. Let's see, this week, just go over the latest news in professional wrestling. And if you're not digging today's wrestling, hey, got a show for you. It's actually this one you're watching right now called Wrestling Gold Friday Night. I need to change those. I need to come up with a different banner to show that, now it's a start time is going to be 10 p.m. on Fridays from now until this job's complete. I think probably not next week, week after next. I'll probably get a little break from that site until they get the slab prepped and everything. I won't have to be back there till then. So possibly not next Friday, but Friday after that, possibly going back to our regular time at 8 p.m. All right. And those of you watching, appreciate you folks watching. Like I said, if it's just to say hello in the comments, drop me a hello, drop me a like, and of course, if you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll know when I put out new material. Until then, you folks have a good one and take it easy. Hey there, thank you for checking this out. If you enjoyed it, share with friends, drop a like button, leave a comment. Also, be a champ and hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on social media, Facebook at Ronald Ray, on X or Twitter is RPATRPT.
Solid, Georgia.